We have Shawn Tuma on the line, do we, there, Diane?
Yes, we do.
Shawn, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
Great to have you back. The Home Secretary, Amber Rudd, says the intelligence services must be able to access relevant information. WhatsApp privacy protections question after terror attack. Shawn, brief us on what this is about.
The general gist of it is WhatsApp is an application you can on your cell phones or over the web to send messages that are encrypted during the transmission, which means they can't be intercepted by either government intelligence, by the ISPs, or by the actual companies who are facilitating this exchange. And so what they found out is that the terrorist who was behind the recent UK London attack had used WhatsApp to send a message minutes before the attack. They wanted to get in, wanted to see what was in there from the investigators and intelligence services, and couldn't. And so now there's this big kerfuffle about government having access to encrypted, secure messaging, which we've seen in the U.S. as well.
Cybersecurity expert, attorney who specializes in computer data, Shawn Tuma, on the phone with us. Can't we say, okay, say if you're a terrorist, we can get in and forget your stupid privacy laws? How about that?
Well, the problem with this is you either have encryption and security or you don't. And what the companies are doing, and Apple does this as well, as we saw with San Bernardino last year, is they create a system, an encrypted manner that even they can't get in. And so when the government comes to them and says, we need your help, they say, look, we don't have the ability to get into this either. We wish we could help, but sorry, we can't.
But, Shawn, why can't we just say there's no privacy? I mean, seriously, can't the government find anything they want out on Shawn Tuma and Stevie J? I mean, come on. What's the point of this incredible privacy if you're not doing anything wrong?
Well, that's a big thing, a myth that a lot of people fall for. Is it's not only your privacy that you need to worry about the government with. This is a critical component of cybersecurity as well. And we are constantly being bombarded with data breach after data breach. And one of the things the government tells us to do to protect against these things, certainly as businesses and healthcare companies, is encrypt your data. Encrypt it so that bad guys can't get a hold to it. And so here they basically say, look, encrypt it, but we want a backdoor in so that when we need it, we can get to it. But the problem with that comes in with what we've seen recently with WikiLeaks and then Edward Snowden, which shows even the government's backdoors can't be kept secret and private. And that takes us right back to where you started. There's no privacy if we have things such as this.
You're telling me it's all or nothing.
It certainly seems that way because the government has not proven very effective at protecting their secret access points and their secret techniques. And once that information gets out, then encryption, passwords, privacy, it's all meaningless, and that information is available to anyone who can learn to use those same techniques. And word spreads fast among the bad guys.
If the President of the United States called Shawn Tuma today and said, Shawn, I want you to come to Washington to fix this, what would you do?
It would be such a troubling call because there's nothing I would love more than to be able to go fix this. But the problem is I don't know the answer. I wish I did, but there's so many competing concerns here that have to be balanced against each other. I do not know the easy answer on how to fix this problem.
Well, it's amazing, Shawn. I mean, I remember in the 70s somebody heated up a piece of pizza, and I said, what's that? They said, it's a microwave. I mean, we've seen so much of the explosion of technology in just 40 years.
Yeah, and look, we're at the forefront of this. You know, we're in the Precambrian era of data and technology. Think about the Internet of Things and artificial intelligence being we're on the cusp of that. Once that takes over, it's going to be impossible to really keep our sanity with all this the way it seems.
Well, you're always going to be employed, Shawn. Good news. Cybersecurity experts will be a terrific going rate. The problem is it's a really complex, difficult, maybe no answers kind of thing.
It is. And it balances the concerns of privacy and security versus protecting against things like terrorism and stuff like that. And that's a tough position to be in.
Shawn Tuma, thank you, my friend.
My pleasure. Thank you, Stevie J.
Cybersecurity expert, attorney who specializes in computer data.